All right, so once again, I'm live, coming in at 5. This is actually 5:37 on the West Coast, and it's 8:37 on the East Coast. Got Frank, Nitty, Chak. We're going to have a good show tonight. We can talk about health. We can talk about a couple other things in here. But we Chak to come on, so we're not going to get to everything yet. We're going to get to things that are going on. And we had a thing going on in Virginia, man. It's crazy, man. We had a brush fire. They had to shut down parts of the road. We had a woman today that jumped off the bridge this morning in traffic and killed herself. So, yeah, what it is. A lot of shit going on, Frank.
Oh, yeah.
So, got to cover some clown shows. Got to cover some clown shows. All right, here we go. This out there in your area, Frank. Out there in Los Angeles. I ran that way.
Close your eyes!
Abhorrent violence breaking out over the weekend in Los Angeles after a group of anti-Israel agitators blocked the entrance to a synagogue, sending fists flying in the riot police response. Chief Correspondent Jonathan Hunt is live in Los Angeles with the latest. Hello, Jonathan.
Man, the riot police
Good morning,
in,
Mike.
right?
Extraordinary scenes, pitched battles being fought between pro-Palestinian protesters who targeted a synagogue and members of that synagogue and of the Jewish community that surrounds it. This all taking place in the heart of Los Angeles, in the middle of one of the city's largest Jewish communities. About 100 pro-Palestinian protesters descended on the area Sunday morning, and almost immediately violence broke out as those protesters tried to block the entrance to the Adass Torah synagogue. Jewish counter-protesters tried to push them back, and for some time, violent fights broke out between the two sides.
When they're screaming globalize the Intifada, they're screaming kill Jews for being Jews. And, no, not going to let that happen.
Riot police intervened to try to keep the two groups apart and clear the pro-Palestinian protesters from the Jewish neighborhood. But tensions remained high for several hours. And at one point, at least 8 officers with weapons drawn ordered 2 pro-Palestinian protesters from their car, clearly concerned the vehicle itself could be used as a weapon. Los Angeles Mayor Karen Bass condemned the protesters, saying, quote, "Today's violence in the Pico Robertson neighborhood was abhorrent, and blocking access to a place of worship is unacceptable. I want to be clear that Los Angeles will not be a harbor for anti-Semitism and violence. Those responsible for either will be found and held accountable." Now, Mike, I spoke to Rabbi Chaim Mentz of the nearby Chabad of Bel Air as the violence was playing out yesterday. He told me he found it reminiscent of the Nazi youth on the streets of Germany in the 1930s. And he said, "Who would ever have thought we would see this on the streets of American cities?" Mike?
Deeply disturbing visuals. Jonathan Hunt, thanks very much.
Sure.
For more on this, let's bring in Fox News contributor Mark Thiessen. Mark, anti-Semitic violence attacks like this one may not make headline news every single day, but they are certainly happening across America, across Europe, certainly reaching to all corners of the globe. We may have heard over the weekend synagogue goers were murdered in broad daylight in Russia. I don't know. I'm kind of out of questions on this topic, to be frank, because it doesn't seem to ever abate. It seems to be getting worse systemically since October 7th.
You're 100% right. And look, this is being presented by many in the media as a clash between two different sides of protesters. It's not a clash.
Say what?
She just said it's getting worse. That's a hint right there that this is staged, right? It's getting worse. Oh, okay. Right.
Hey, man.
Damn.
But listen to what he say, though. Watch the rhetoric he gonna put in here. Well, listen to this.
Clash between protesters. A pro-Hamas mob targeted a synagogue. They didn't protest in front of the Israeli embassy. We keep hearing, they're not anti-Jew, they're anti-Israel. They didn't choose the Israeli embassy or the Brazilian consulate in Los Angeles. They chose a synagogue, and they surrounded. They didn't just protest. They shouted anti-Semitic chants. They beat Jewish protesters. Imagine if this had been done to a black church in Los Angeles. If a bunch of white supremacists had surrounded a black church, started attacking black churchgoers, beating them, using pepper spray against them. Do you think it wouldn't be front page news in every newspaper in America? Do you not think the president of the United
You see how they use the con game?
Now we're going to the divide, right? Now we're going to the divide game. Right? We divide game. That's what we're doing. Oh, blacks get more. Black people get more protection game, right? Black people get more.
Let me ask the question, man. Do you really believe that, man? They get. Come on, man. You know they get some protection. Come on, man.
What is a black church? What is no such thing as a black church, though? Anybody can go to any church. What is a black church? Is there white churches? I'm confused. How come there's no such thing as white churches? See, I don't fall for that shit. You know what I'm saying? That shit is bad blood and ambiguous.
They did it again, man. They doing it again. That's what he say, though. That's what he say.
United States would have issued a statement by now, but because it happens to Jews, it's okay. It just we just let it go by. Another bad day for the Jews in America.
This is so staged, though. They're letting you know the stage. Why is he giving his personal opinion?
I want to ask you about this too. New York Congressman Jamal Bowman over the weekend, spoke out, yelled out against Israel, the Biden administration's Israel policy. He ranted and raved against AIPAC. Take a listen to some of what he said.
You're going to show AIPAC the power of the mother South Bronx. We are not going to stand silent while U.S. tax dollars kills babies and women and children. My opponent supports genocide. Ceasefire now! Ceasefire now! Ceasefire now!
There are plenty of Jews, Mark, as you well know, here in Washington, in his district in New York, who are critical of AIPAC. But this is something else. I don't know what this is.
Well, also, can you imagine if a sitting congressman stood up on a rally and said, we're going to show the effing NAACP the power of this district? What the outrage would be? And this is the problem, is that the Democratic Party has not policed its movement and has allowed anti-Semitism to fester in the halls of Congress. It's Jamal Bowman. It's the rest of the squad. If somebody had done what he did and targeted black people, they would be kicked off of their committees. They would be shunned by the Democratic caucus. When Representative Steve King back in 2019 said, I don't understand what's the problem with white supremacy and all the rest of it, he was kicked off of all of his committees by the Republicans in Congress. Why haven't the Democratic leadership in Congress done the same to Jamal Bowman for this? Why haven't they done that with Ilhan Omar? Why haven't they done that with the rest of the squad? They tolerate anti-Semitism in their ranks, and then they're surprised when an anti-Semitic mob surrounds a synagogue in Los Angeles and beats Jews. There's a connection between these two things.
Yeah, there absolutely is.
They're stating their personal opinion. I didn't think reporters were supposed to state their personal opinion.
Would you believe me if I told you that I became a certified personal trainer in only 10 weeks? In this program, you'll learn how to.
Los Angeles Mayor Karen Bass will hold a meeting with city officials today to address safety concerns outside of places of worship. It comes after a pro-Palestine protest outside of a synagogue turned violent yesterday. The protesters allegedly tried to block access to the synagogue. KTLA's Aaron Myers live now in LA's Pico Robertson neighborhood with the details. Aaron, good morning.
Good morning. Just several clashes broke out between pro-Palestinian and pro-Israel supporters right near Ada's Torah synagogue, and now elected officials are speaking out. Video from the scene showed multiple altercations break out. Demonstrators could be seen shoving one another, throwing punches, and kicking those on the ground. Participants were also seen blocking traffic at times as they took to the streets. Reports say pro-Palestinian demonstrators gathered outside the entrance to the Adas Torah synagogue located on West Pico Boulevard yesterday morning, blocking the entrance. Counter demonstrators showed up as well, and that's when things got very tense. The LAPD responded in riot gear just before 11 yesterday morning. They say one person was arrested for carrying a spiked flag. Several leaders have responded, speaking out against the violence. In a statement on X, Governor Gavin Newsom said there is no excuse for targeting a house of worship. Such anti-Semitic hatred has no place in California. Mayor Karen Bass called yesterday's violence abhorrent and said blocking access to a place of worship is unacceptable. She plans to meet with interim LAPD Chief Dominic Choi today to further discuss the safety of Angelenos. She says she will also be meeting with Councilwoman Katie Yaroslavsky, the Chief Executive Officer of the Jewish Federation Los Angeles, and other law enforcement and faith leaders in a community meeting to talk about steps to move forward. That will be happening at some point in the next several days as well. Now back here live, the mayor says the LAPD will be adding extra patrols to this area and to other areas that have houses of worship in them as well. And in the next hour, we will hear from a member of the synagogue, and they will talk to us about what happened yesterday. Reporting live from Nico Robertson, I'm Aaron Myers. I'll send it back to you in the studio.
Let me say something real quick. So look, check this out. This is how you know this is some BS, right? No wonder why I can't hardly hear you. My damn volume is low. This is how you know some BS, right? You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Well, how come nobody got arrested? Where's the suspect? Where's the names of the suspect? They ain't got no suspect. So none of those people. So what happened? What was the conclusion? Nobody's looking for these people. They don't have a game plan. The LAPD. How come nobody from the LAPD responded? That's how you know that was fake, bro. That was fake. You know what I'm saying? That was scripted. You know what I'm saying? That was some old Antifa type. You know what I mean? And then they try to get slick and blame the Democrats for being being anti-Semitic. How are the Democrats anti-Semitic with all their damn policies is for Jews? Well, I don't understand that. But see, that was on the Republican channel, and he was trying to cater to the Republican base. You see what I'm saying? And trying to blame something on Democrats.
Now watch this.
I caught that.
Because this happening.
I caught that.
Now look, here go Russia. Now let me ask you a question, Frank. What's that number? 19. Remember that number 19 now.
We're learning more about deadly attacks in the southern Russian region of Dagestan yesterday that targeted a synagogue and churches in 2 cities. Gunmen killed at least 19 people, including multiple police officers and an Orthodox priest. Charlie D'Agata has that story.
An eyewitness captured one of the shootouts. Gunmen opening fire at a police traffic post, turning the streets of the capital Makhachkala into a bloodbath. Bursting into a Russian Orthodox church, shooting parishioners and a priest. In coordinated, simultaneous attacks, armed assailants also opened fire on a synagogue 75 miles south in the coastal city of Derbent, then setting the building on fire. The city is home to a small and ancient Jewish community. Investigation officials say at least 15 officers were killed, and the priest of the Orthodox church, who officials described as brutally murdered. No one has claimed responsibility, but government officials are describing it as a terrorist attack. It comes 3 months after 145 people were killed in an attack claimed by ISIS on a concert hall outside Moscow.
3 months?
Russia's predominantly Muslim Republic of Dagestan has been a hotbed of Islamic extremism for decades. We were there in 2013 after the Boston bombers were believed to have been radicalized there in the weeks before triggering their homemade bombs for the Boston Marathon. Dagestani officials say the anti-terror operation has concluded and a number of attackers are under arrest.
So you may remember it was in Dagestan that the anti-Semitic mob stormed a plane arriving from Tel Aviv last October. So this region has a history of unrest. The governor of Dagestan has announced 3 days of mourning for the victims, and President Putin has expressed his condolences to those who lost loved ones in the attack.
All right. So back to the anti-Semitic nonsense. I told you they was coming back with it, didn't I, man? Didn't I tell you they'd come back with it?
And look, you told me that, but look, check this out. So all of a sudden, somebody, you know what I'm saying? you know, 3 days later, you know what I'm saying? Because somebody bombed, right? Or they bombed the embassy, the synagogue in Russia, and then 3 days later, they trying to block people from going into the synagogue in California. You really expect me to believe that? That's a coincidence, right? What a coincidence.
There's nothing more powerful than you
I don't know, bro.
making your thing happen. Really going for it.
A recent Anti-Defamation League report.
I don't know, bro. I just think, honestly, bro. This is like for the old people.
I told you it was coming, man.
Right.
They've been running this game for a long time, man.
You did, man.
Yeah, look, what a coincidence. Who didn't they just attack the synagogue, right?
Yeah.
They say, right? Wait, is it a coincidence that Jonathan Greenblatt was on the news just before this shit happened? Here you go.
Report has found that severe harassment online has gone up 22% over the last 12 months. That's an increase from 18% to 20% in 2023. The ADL says that the harassment was dominated by an unprecedented surge in anti-Semitism on and offline. Anti-Defamation League CEO and National Director Jonathan Greenblatt joins us right now with more of those results. Hate and harassment up incredibly sharply. What's going on?
Yeah, you know, we know that social media is a super spreader of anti-Semitism and bigotry of all forms. And I think what we're seeing now, Becky, is it's just exploded. Events in the Middle East, polarization here in America, and as you said, 18 to 22%, half of teenagers between 13 and 17 report having been harassed online. The numbers are staggering.
Yeah, we were just talking about how the Surgeon General is trying to get Congress to just allow them to put a warning on social media for parents saying it could be bad news.
There's truth to it. Like, I think we'll look back on giving our 13-year-olds phones like as if we were handing them packs of cigarettes. I mean, this is a dangerous thing to give to a kid who doesn't have the cognitive abilities, the emotional maturity to handle it.
It's not the phone, though. It's the social media.
It's the social media that's on every phone. This is the way that you're giving predators and bullies like 24/7 access to your kids. Now, at the end of the day, I mean, we've seen particularly minorities, LGBTQ, Muslims, and Jews being harassed serially on social media.
The harassment.
Wait a minute now. Now wait just a goddamn minute. Hey, Frank, he used to talk about black people back in the day. You see how he left that shit out there this time? He talking about LGBTQ Jews. You heard that, right?
Yep.
Pay attention to who they catering to
I've been
now.
not like
Pay
this,
attention.
dude, man. I've been not like this, though. Seriously.
I told you, hey, but when he come around, you know it's a psyop that's about to happen, though. You know a psyop coming.
Harassment for Muslims even outstrips that for Jews.
Does. It's like 47 some odd % of people who identify as Muslim or having been harassed online. And 40+% of Jewish people report changing their behaviors so they don't seem Jewish. We've seen this. I've heard many stories about Jewish people like changing their names in their Uber apps, their Lyft apps, so the drivers don't know that they're Jewish.
Yeah, I mean, we were just talking off camera, but there was an incident here in New York last week, I think, where in a subway chain, people chanting, you know, you have the opportunity to get off here if you're Jewish.
It's pretty much. They said if all Zionists, I think Zionists will be safe if they're not. Look, they use the term Zionist. What they really mean is Jewish. And we've seen, I mean, this is of concern to, I think, all your viewers. We've seen attacks on Zionist businesses across the country. There's no such thing as a Zionist business. It's just if the owners are Israeli or Jewish. And it's ugly. You know, Starbucks have been, I used to work at Starbucks. I've heard from people inside the company. Hundreds of Starbucks across America have been vandalized, you know, with like Free Gaza and the red triangles. The only connection Starbucks has to Israel is Howard Schultz, the founder,
has given money to
Jewish. That's it. They don't have any stores in Israel. So this is, again, attacks on companies, attacks on businesses because they seem Jewish.
Is that true that you have to be Jewish to be a Zionist?
Absolutely not.
No, I know, because I get
baloney.
People call me that constantly, so I think
I wish you and I were on that train, Joe, and we could have raised our hand when they said.
So what else can you be to be a Zionist, dude? What other kind of religion does a Zionist fall under, girl? Come on, man. Really? You gonna lie? He's gonna lie about that, huh? Just lie on. I guess he was supposed to lie.
Was he lying?
Right. Because I don't think these people realize that not only are 90+% of American Jews, quote unquote, Zionists, scores and scores of myth and whatnot are also Zionists.
Seems like a hard concept that you've got one friendly Western democracy in the entire region, and it might be a good idea to support that democracy.
You have to understand these protesters are not really sort of like pro-Palestinian. They're anti-Western. They're
Right.
not really
See a lot of that,
pro-peace. They're
yeah.
anti-Israel. There's an anti-capitalist thread running through this that's louder and louder each and every day.
So what's to be done?
Well, I think on the cyber front, there are a few things. Again, I think what the Surgeon General is proposing, the K Street money not aside, it should happen. Parents need to understand.
It's just the bare minimum.
The
I mean, the idea
barest
that
of
we've never been
minimums.
able to do anything to protect kids online.
Look, I think
insane.
It's crazy. So there's a new piece of legislation that Debbie Wasserman Schultz and Don Bacon, a Democrat and Republican, proposed. It's called the Doxing Threat Assessment Act. Give federal authorities the ability to deal with some of the bad stuff happening on social media. That's a good thing. I think, secondly, the companies need to sort of broaden transparency access, standardize the way we can see that what they're doing, especially on the Gen AI stuff. That's a big black box that we need to solve. But then lastly, we've talked on the show before, Section 230. Make the companies liable when they publish libel. You guys are responsible here at CNBC. If you slander or lie, the biggest, most profitable companies on the planet should have the same level of accountability.
Agree 100%. What about offline?
Look, offline, I think we've got to look at the masking laws. So this is not easy to do. Governor Hochul's talking about it. You need the right framework that protects free speech. But people concealing their identities to menace and threaten minorities is crazy, number one. Number two, we need consequences applied. We need Alvin Bragg in this city and DAs across the country to hold people accountable for the hate crimes that they're pushing.
The anti-masking laws were originally set up to go after the KKK.
That's right.
When they would wear hoods.
Because legislators understood in the 50s and the 60s that marching down Main Street wearing a white hood meant you weren't just there to, use to do free expression. Walking down Main Street, concealing your identity today, or being on a college campus and assaulting your classmates shouldn't be permitted.
You have a high degree of confidence Alvin Bragg is going to help you here?
DAs all over the country need to start doing the right thing.
Skirting my question.
I haven't talked to DA Bragg about it personally, but look, it's not a matter of the who, it's a matter of the what, and the what is consequences if you break the law.
Sometimes it's the who a little bit.
Yeah, the who matters too, don't get me wrong, but I think we need, and look, there's something else that can happen. The federal government needs to look at this. I think it's a violation of civil rights when you prevent people from, because of how they pray or where they're from joining the full access to society. So there's civil rights violations afoot that need to be considered.
Now you heard that shit, right?
Man.
So they're trying to crack down on social media, but they don't really care about the kid. They worry about stopping you.
Yep. Cool.
That's all game. All right. All right. Let's go to Julian Assange. Latest news. Julian Assange today, he reaches plea deal with the U.S.
Time to help people customize and save with Liberty Mutual. Forgot my wallet.
Taking a turn here, we're getting some breaking news now involving WikiLeaks founder Julian Assange and a plea deal with the DOJ. What more can you tell us?
Yeah, that's right, Sam. This is breaking just within the past few minutes. But as we understand it, WikiLeaks founder Julian Assange plans to plead guilty as part of a plea deal and will serve time served. This will happen after he's served 5 years in prison. Now, Sam, court documents reveal that the plea deal was filed tonight in the U.S. District Court for the Northern Mariana Islands. That's a U.S. territory in the Pacific. Now, Assange is expected to make that appearance in court and be sentenced to 62 months with credit for time served in a British prison, meaning he would be free to return to Australia, where he is an Australian citizen Now, the U.S. charges against Assange stem from one of the largest publications of classified information in American history that took place during the first term of Barack Obama's presidency. Starting in late 2009, according to the U.S. government, Assange conspired with Chelsea Manning, an intelligence analyst, to disclose tens of thousands of activity reports about the U.S. war in Afghanistan. So again, the breaking news, Sam, just within the past few moments, court documents revealing that Julian Assange, the founder of WikiLeaks, has entered into a plea deal with the U.S. Department of Justice. He is pleading guilty, expected to just within a short time, in the Northern Mariana Islands. That's a U.S. territory. So far, no comment from the White House. Sam?
All right, there you go. What's up, man? Chak.
Chak, what up?
Mic check, can you hear me?
Yeah, we hear you. Hey, look, what do you think about that, Frank, about the Julian Assange thing here? Because Julian Assange, you know, was the guy, the WikiLeaks founder. You know that, right?
Well, I think they exposed. I think they expose who they want to expose, though. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean, yeah, it happened years ago. I mean, you know. But that's why I was playing all the censorship stuff. That's why I was rounding up to the Julian Assange thing, because a lot of people don't know that he pled guilty, so he go back to Australia. But Julian Assange has been locked up for a long time for exposing what the Obama administration was doing back in the day. So a lot of people don't know that. Gotcha.
Yeah, you know, they expose who they want to expose when they want to expose them. You know, it's like a humiliation ritual or something, or some kind of ritual. I don't know. He maybe didn't do something he wasn't supposed to do. You know what I mean?
Matter of fact, Chak, we were talking about Chak. They say Jews were getting attacked in Los Angeles. A Russian synagogue got attacked, and Jonathan Greenblatt said they need to take the cell phones out of the kids' hands because kids are too susceptible to information. And it's a lot of Jewish hate going online. Jewish teenagers, 13 to 17, are getting the most hate online.
Here we go with these lying ass statistics again. The most hate. The most hate. How do you accumulate the most?
Damn. The median or what's the other one? The median, the middle.
How you measure the most, bro?
Hey man, all he got to do is say it. It's your job to believe it, man. That's the point. I'll say this story for later. Supreme Court made a ruling today, canceling Biden's student loans again.
So this is the perfect timing, right? They just happen to be doing it in the election year, right?
Hey man, it is perfect timing, man.
Like,
No. It wasn't student loans. It's something about the abortion thing. My bad. It wasn't student loans about the abortion. It was about somebody.
You know, it's just so much stuff going on right now to the point where they're overloading you to where you can't focus on one thing. You see what I'm saying? It's just an overload of just bullshit and propaganda, misinformation, disinformation. You see what I'm saying, that they're throwing at us.
It was abortion.
Ridiculous.
It was an abortion case they got on today. That's what it was. My bad. But actually, the day was the anniversary of either today or this week was the anniversary of Roe versus Wade thing that happened a couple years ago. Whoa, didn't mean to hit that. My bad, guys. Hit the wrong one. Matter of fact, Chak, you on now. We're waiting for you. I'm gonna get to that stuff in a minute. So let's talk about this health thing, all right? Because I want to talk about this right quick. Talk about some, what do you call it, Chak? Men's health and actually all health. So I went to my training program, right? Let me come back. Trainer's Guide to Diabetes, Type 1 and Type 2. All right. Let's go to... Let's see. Course material. Let's go here. Let's pull up something. All right. some things in here I'm like, whatever, but it's interesting. So it's going to tell you diabetes is a disease in which the body does not produce or properly use insulin. Insulin is a hormone used to convert sugar and other food in the energy required for their life. There are 20.8 million children and adults in the U.S., or 7% of the population, who have diabetes, while an estimated 14.6 million have been diagnosed with diabetes. Unfortunately, 6.2 million, or nearly 1/3, are unaware they had the disease. And then it tells you how you get high blood glucose. I mean, some of this stuff is like the cause of diabetes continues to be a mystery, although both genetics and environmental factors such as obesity and lack of exercise appear to play roles. Diabetes means your blood sugar is too high. Your blood always has some glucose in your body, needs glucose to keep going, for energy to keep it going. All right. Chak, and then it comes to pre-diabetes. Your conditions are high, your blood glucose levels are higher than normal, but not enough for a diagnosis of diabetes. In the signs of diabetes, it talks about being thirsty, urinating often, feeling hungry or tired, losing weight without trying, having sores that heal slowly, having dry, itchy skin. All right. Chak, losing the feeling in your feet or having tingling in your feet and having blurry eyesight. Chak, you want to comment on this right quick? Chak. I had to comment. Frank.
What up?
What do you think, man? I'm gonna go down this chart right quick.
I think that a lot of the stuff is, that they give us and that we eat and ingest and stuff like that is the cause and the root causes of diseases like this. I mean,
go ahead, Chak. What do you think? Oh, go ahead. I ain't think you still talking. My bad.
They know it. You know what I mean? And that's why they be pushing stuff like they keep pushing these processed foods and all these different types of food. And they're gonna keep pushing them, you know what I'm saying, knowing that is gonna be the root causes of diseases among people, because it seems like there's some kind of popularity control. You know what I'm saying? It's like agenda going on. You know?
All right.
Yeah,
Chak,
man. If anybody, can you hear me?
Hey, man.
You hear me?
I hear you now. Go ahead.
Yeah, if anybody heard them in those symptoms and whatever, because that's all they are, symptoms. Yeah, if anybody heard those symptoms that you just read off, I mean, you need to start checking your diet, checking with your doctor, and adjusting like I see your diet. But you know what I say, Bernard? If you're already eating the SAD, the sad diet, the standard American diet, hey, you better believe you got some part of diabetes, bro. Anyway. You know what I'm saying? Because it's just like Frank said, they've changed the molecular structure of our food. You know what I'm saying? The plants and the animals and stuff. They process it. It's a heavily processed, which sugar, processed sugar, refined sugar, and the saturated fat and stuff, man. You know what I'm saying? And they didn't allegedly. Didn't strip the some of the nutrients out, some of the when they process the food. During the process, they either strip it down, bleach it. That's why you get certain pastas and grains and stuff that's white, the flour and the rice, because they're processed it. They've stripped it down, bleached it, whatever that process is, pretty much sterilized it. If you look at it that way, you bleach something, you take some out of it, you sterilize it. So they pretty much sterilize the food, so you're not getting the nutrients in it. So your body ain't even processing this shit right. Then with the processed sugars, the high fructose, about that. You're a nutritionist. You can break that down. You can break that down to the people.
I'm just reading some things here to help people. People, now here's the thing: people can get diabetes in their age. There are three main categories of diabetes: type 1. Formerly called juvenile diabetes, insulin-independent diabetes, insulin-independent diabetes. It's usually diagnosed in children, adults, or teenagers. When it's formed, a diabetes beta cells of the pancreas no longer make insulin because the body's immune system attack and destroy them. Treatment for type 1 include taking insulin, making wise food choices, being physically active, taking aspirin for some, and controlling blood and crushing cholesterol. All right. Type 2, formerly called adult onset or non-insulin, is the most common form of diabetes. You can get the type 2 at any age during even childhood. This form of diabetes begins with insulin resistance, a condition which fat, muscle, and liver cells do not use insulin properly. At first, the pancreas keeps up with the added demand of producing more insulin. In time, however, it loses the ability to secrete enough insulin in response to meal. Being overweight and inactive increases the chances of developing type 2 diabetes. Treatment includes diabetes medicines. That's on you. I ain't look at what they talking about. Making wise food choices. That's on me. Being physically active, taking aspirin daily, and controlling blood pressure and cholesterol. Now, here's the thing that some women develop gestational diabetes during late stage of pregnancy. Although this form of diabetes usually goes away after the baby is born, a woman who has it is more likely to develop type 2 diabetes later in life. Gestational diabetes is caused by the hormones of a pregnancy or a shortage of insulin. Now, this is my last one. I'm going to read the paragraph here. What do you need to take care of your diabetes? After many years, diabetes leads to problems, eyes, kidneys, nerves, gums, teeth, but most serious problem caused by diabetes is heart disease. What's going on now, Chak? Not a heart attack, right? When you have diabetes, you are twice as likely as people without diabetes to have a heart attack or heart disease or a stroke. All right, if you had diabetes, your risk of a heart attack is the same as someone who's already had a heart attack. Both women and men with diabetes are rich. You may not even have the typical signs of a heart attack. So, a lot of things I read off there. Let's just put it this way. So, we had a little biological thing that they were, game-change DNA thing they were using, right? As they call it. That's what they've been used, called bioweapons or whatever, right? Well, Chak, how about this diabetes, right? Some of these people had the same symptoms of that. So that means that it could have been, if you were overweight and already, that also was putting you out even with the bioweapon they were using. Ain't that crazy? Just asking a question here, maybe, right? There's a whole lot of symptoms and problems I've been reading off, stroke, feet, tingling, whatever. A lot of stuff going on here, Chak. All right, Chak. Now I'm going to ask you this. You might know this more than me. All right? Frank, listen closely. I'm going to give you a comment on this thing, right? Okay, Frank?
Yep.
For most people, now, Chak, this could be, I don't know how you do it, whatever. For most people, good blood sugar levels are, when you wake up, 80 to 120. Before meals, 80 to 20. 2 hours after meals, 160 or less. And at bedtime, it's 100 to 140. That's what they claim good blood sugar levels are. Okay? Just putting it out there, right? So, and then it has a chart to tell you if you have diabetes, print out this chart and record the blood sugar ranges that your doctor believes is optimal for you. So that's just a chart to tell you how to monitor diabetes. It can tell you don't skip meals. Physical activity is good. It can help your insulin work better. It's good for your heart and lungs. Gives you more energy. Physical activity keeps weight down. Chak, that's why you go walking. They say walking, swimming, dancing, riding a bicycle, playing baseball, and bowling are good ways to stay active. You can even get exercise when you clean house or your house or work in a garden. So those are things that you can do to help. Okay? All right. So that's a sample. All right. That's about the diabetes part. Let's break that down for a minute. We're talking about prostate cancer and things like that. Chak, do you think that having diabetes and conditions can also lead to prostate cancer? We were talking about that last week. You think that could hurt too? Or you think that's an isolated incident? I think it's not an isolated incident. I think you can put them all together because you have that problem with diabetes, you can have erectile dysfunction, you can have problems with your prostate, you can have problems with anything. Yeah, so I don't think it's an isolated incident.
It seems like there's a pattern too between like either prostate cancer or something like that, or somebody that had it, and then somebody that gets pancreatic cancer. It seems like there's a connection with those two too.
Definitely, yeah. I mean, I'm just saying this could all be included. So you just don't take out, other things too as well. So I'm just pointing it out there. There's some things that when I was doing my training or whatever, or doing my classes online, I just happened to say, some things here I might use. You know me, Frank. I like to use any type of data or statistics or what I can use to my advantage on some things. So let me just pull this up for you. All right. So let's go to some nutrition right quick, right? Let's go to some nutrition, right? All right. I just want to point, I'm just pointing out some things here. This talking about eating protein and stuff like that, right? All right. Frank, you work out. So a carefully measured supply of high quality carbohydrates 7 times throughout the day will ensure your body is getting all the energy required, while the protein will ensure that muscle repair takes place. The carbohydrates in your pre-workout meal should be kinds of low glycemic index carbohydrates, the kind that converts to blood sugar very slowly to ensure that training intensity is not wane and that lean tissue is not cannibalized for energy. Your aim is to support recovery and repair as speedily and efficiently as possible without putting on any fat. All right? These facts make nutrition just as critical as your fitness training. You must do it right. The metabolic energy demands of each type of fitness activity are different, and source of calories that fuel the energy must also be different. The table following shows the range of fitness activities typically pursued except for specific sports activities, of course. Note that there's a gradual switch in energy as the distance increases. Frank, can you see that chart right there?
Mm-hmm.
So that's the chart. This is walking, jogging, cycling, traditional weight loss, activities with aerobic orientation, e.g. aerobic dance, step aerobics, activities with stamina or mid-distance orientation, activities with cross-training or fat loss programs. And this is weight muscle training. It tells you what you need: ATP, CPs, oxygen, glycogen, miscellaneous sports, scuba diving. So these are a whole lot of exercise you can do. Hang gliding even, cheerleading, horseshoes.
Cheerleading?
It's just telling you what you eat.
That's a cheerleading? That's funny.
Hey, man, cheerleading still burn energy, bro. Frisbee, fencing, skateboarding.
Real shit though.
Yeah. Basketball, tennis. Aerobic activity, you can take a 1 mile run, 6 to 9 minutes exercise, 1 mile power walk, marathon run, gardening. You're saying you need foods, carbohydrates, and proteins to keep this off. And then this is the weight chart. I mean, this could be subject to, but it tells you, like me, if I weigh around 150, how many calories I would burn. Walking 2.5 miles an hour, they say I would burn 204 calories. If you're into lightweight training, Frank, how much you weigh?
I haven't weighed myself in a minute.
Okay.
Or 175. 180.
175.
Mm-hmm.
So if you were doing lightweight training at 175, you'd be burning 322 calories.
So I'd have to put that back. Yeah, double probably.
Yeah. There you go. Yeah, I'm just giving you, because people really need to know about some of this. Well, yeah, well, I'm glad you do it. Oh shit, Shaq. My bad. Shaq, you there? Shaq, you there? Hey, I'm glad you said that.
Yeah, I don't know. Wi-Fi is crazy.
Yeah, I know. One of my friends had a problem with the Wi-Fi earlier too. She said she think about getting rid of her server. As a matter of fact, well, look, I'm glad you do everything natural, because I said the medication on you, but I said everything else on me. But
Yep. I didn't know you was diabetic, Doc Boss, man. Yeah, man. We got these conversations we gotta have frequently, bro, because we gotta encourage each other, man. That like, and I made it like, even when we go to the doctor, man, we gotta take the information that we learn, because we still gotta be able to manage our own health when we at home. We're not always gonna be able to get to the doctor, and maybe some people don't have. That's another problem in the United States of America. A lot of people don't have adequate health insurance and health coverage to actually get the information and the primary care provider that they need or whatever.
Hey, that's why. Hey, look, that's why I'm trying it. Hey, look, that's why I'm trying to help you right now, or help somebody. Goddamn it! Look.
Yeah, so you gotta help yourself, help the doctor, because sometimes we go into these doctors. They don't know everything. When I mean they don't know everything, they don't know everything about you. That's why they ask questions, so they can make a so-called diagnosis or examine and see. That's why you come in for your exam. That's why you come in for a checkup, because you give them the report. Yeah, your blood work gives them a certain report from their professional end, but you also give them a report, and you come in with the information that you actually that you paid attention to too. So you got to help your doctor help yourself, because they don't know everything about you. They can only ask you, and if you lie, and then they can only make the assessments off what you have told them. You know what I'm saying? So I use them to help me.
Let me ask you a good question.
Yeah.
I'm looking at this chart right here. How much do you weigh per se? I'm just asking a question. How much you weigh? About 200, 175, what?
Nah, shit, nigga. I'm like 160. Shit, 163, nigga. Shit.
Okay, 163. That's cool. So it's between 150 and 175. So real give or take, if you was to walk 3.75 miles, you would probably burn about 320 calories, maybe 349 if you 175, 150 would be 299. So, but there's also other exercises up here like swimming, badminton, house cleaning, heavy calisthenics, heavy aerobics, heavy weight training, medium jogging, fast jogging. You would probably burn about, I think, 730.
You can't just say calisthenics. What is calisthenics for the people that don't know what calisthenics is?
You want me to give them the? Hey, look. Let me go ahead.
Yeah, give them the definition, baby. Hey, this is what we're here for, man. We know how to do that, baby.
I got you, man.
Yeah.
I got you. Hey, look. Hey, look, man. My bad, man. I forgot. I'm talking to y'all, but you know how I go, man. Sometimes
but sometimes, sometimes people it's words coming out of our mouth for people, So you want to just give them some information to back up what you say. I'm learning this in this content world, man.
I got you, man. Let me bring it up. When calisthenics is strength training that utilizes an individual's body weight as resistance to perform multi-joint compound movements with little or no equipment. Okay?
Yeah.
Okay. So that's what it is. I'm just telling you the definition. All right, Bishop. All right. You say, sorry, you're not able to do much exercise, and guess what? We're going to have to find something for you to do then, okay? Okay? How you doing, by the way?
Peace. Now, man, you should have dropped the link, man. Bishop should have came on, man. We need an update report, bro.
I can send him a link, but he might. Yeah, bitch.
You know, that's my guy, man. Peace.
All right. Well, look. I'm
Yeah.
gonna give you some calisthenic exercises. You know them very well, Shaq and Frank. Push-ups, sit-ups, squats, burpees, chin-ups, and pull-ups. I was doing some pull-ups actually the other day. Dips, front lever and back lever, handstand, hyperextensions, leg raises, L-sit, muscle-ups, planks, you know, calf raises, lunges, jumping jacks. So those are calisthenics.
Yeah.
So, or Bishop, you can do, you know, some simple exercises like that. You know, swings your arm back and forth. You can do that. We just trying to find a way to help you.
Yep. Well, Bishop, if you can move your arms, like you said, you can move your arms. Like if you sit down, let me give you some help too. If you sit down, even if you land in the bed, you doing like the snow angels. Move your arms up and down like the snow angels, right? You can do that laying down flat in your bed or sitting on the edge of the bed. You can still do like the push-up motion, like you're doing push-ups in the air, or like you're doing curls in the air. Same thing. Even with your legs sitting in the bed, if you can raise your legs up, you can do the heel toes. Like I said, you start with your feet flat on the ground and you raise up on your toes and back down. Raise up on your toes back down. Because that's also helping your body, your lymphatic system to pump, because it don't have a pump like the heart does. So you still want to get that if you can possibly get that blood flow to keep the circulation kind of, you know, balancing itself out a little bit.
Well, look, let me say something before I get to the next top phase of what I want to talk about. Not on this. I'm talking about just on some things that I ain't covering in society, right? Bishop, I sent you a link. You want to come on? If you don't, it's fine. But look, check this out. What inspired me this morning, I got up at about 6:15. My buddy, you know, since he retired, I always, you know, he been walking me now. He was like, yeah, the reason he ain't got out there and play basketball with the guys, because he like, I got to get my coordination back and stuff. He like, get my endurance up, but if you don't have the coordination, that's how you fall and hurt yourself, things like that. But he been walking a mile. I mean, we walked all the way to the past James River, walked all the way down Browns Island and stuff. Coincidentally, that's why they had the concert the other day with Trina, Juvenile, and Tamar Braxton was there. We walked all the way down there and back. We walked about an hour and 20 minutes. Whatever. People out there walking the dog, you know, riding bikes or whatever. And he was like, I can even bike too. But he's, you know, he thanked me for, you know, getting his endurance up. Now, this is the reason I brought this topic up, because I was talking, you know, I told you it's been incredibly hot in Richmond, Virginia the last couple of days. Man. It's been like 100 degrees, to 99, 94, etc. Now, this is my thing that got me. It's actually kind of insulting me, actually. You ask somebody to go take a walk, right? They be like, man, I ain't taking a walk. It's too hot outside. They had the same heat advisory when people were down there at that damn concert. So you mean to tell me you can sit at a concert for almost 8 hours or 7 hours, but you can't go walking for goddamn an hour, at least at 8 o'clock in the morning? So I'm talking about before the heat of the day gets up. I ain't talking about walking when it's goddamn about almost 100 degrees, man. Unless you got some shade. But look, check this out, Shaq. I can't go to that concert in the boiling hot sun and be eating all that heavy food down in the boiling hot sun. Man, you'll pass out there, that motherfucker, man. So, yeah, what it is, man.
Nah, no doubt, man. You eating you eating all that type of thick food, man, thick dry food. Just for, you know, this stuff I'm learning, man, as I go too, Bernard, man, Frank, and people listen. Like the so-called food that we eat when it's don't have any water in it, liquid in it, when it's dry, processed dry. In summertime, that might not be the adequate food to eat in the summertime when it's hot. You know what I'm saying? In tropical areas, you may want to get something with a lot of water content in it, and liquid in it. You know what I mean? Guys, your body does what, Bernard? It does go through a process where it turns anything you eat and consume it into what? A liquid, correct? So if you eat things that's dry, a lot of dry foods, a lot of thick substances, chunky, thick food, it take your body that long to break it down and convert it into energy, which is the sugar glucose, liquid. You know what I'm saying? So Just for, pointers, summertime. Make you some juice, start juicing you some fruits and vegetables, blending, make you some smoothies and stuff like that. Yeah, can you hear me?
Don't tell me.
What? They blocking us? Can you hear me, Frank?
Hey man, we talking about stuff, man. They probably said fuck it. But look, I can hear you now, but for 2 minutes, for about 20 seconds, I couldn't.
Okay. I don't know what's up with that.
Yeah. That's all good. Oh shit, I know when they got damn throwing off the thing now.
Oh, you got thrown off, huh?
All right, can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Can you hear me now?
Yep.
Yeah, we got.
All right, Bill Nye says extreme weather record-breaking heat.
You talking about
Bill
the
Nye?
science guy? Bill Nye, the science guy. You talking about that cat?
Yeah, that nigga still alive.
Oh fuck! God damn it!
They got him in a time.
All right, hold tight.
Hey, what they?
Can you hear me?
Hey, Frank. Yeah, when they got his, they must have turned his brain into a what's the name of a computer or something. Where he been at? Yeah, we hear you. Can you hear me, Frank? Yeah, they playing with the stream. Let me see. Can
you hear me? Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Oh fuck!
I hear you.
All right, yeah, I had to get on the phone right quick, man. They doing some wild shit.
Yeah, they
I
playing
had to
with.
get on the phone right quick, man. They do. All right.
Oh, you got echo.
I know. I had to cut my other tab off. Don't worry. Don't worry about it. I cut my other tab off. You got me now? Got me now? Yeah. Oh, hell no. Move that.
Yo.
All right, man. Can you hear me now?
Yeah. My bad.
All right, I'm back in over. Thank you very much, man. God damn, that was some bullshit. Hey, man. So look, here goes Bill Nye, who's a science educator. He said the new normal is record heat is beginning of the new normal. So is it really that hot out here, or is this a form of the climate change? You be the judge of that. I think it's probably climate change. He said that record heat is the beginning of the new normal. So, all right. He says it's going to get hotter and hotter and worse and worse and more extreme. This is towards a new normal future unless humankind get to work to address it. Large parts of the U.S. have been impacted by
He's addressing it right now, right? They've been addressing that. They've been pushing that agenda.
Well, I don't know if you saw this yesterday, Frank, but you're going to see it now, brother. See, I ain't leaving no stone unturned on these clowns. Watch this, man. You saw it yesterday. Who watched golf? Anybody watch golf?
Man.
Nah, you good.
I really got seen it.
You ain't got to watch no golf.
I've seen this out, brother.
Yeah, it was a sign at the golf course. Why don't show it? Hold on, man. I gotta find it now. Shit. Oh, I'll show it to you. Yeah, I got it. This happened yesterday over there. So they were having a golf tournament. They climate change protesters say you can't golf on a dead planet. They jumped them in. That was a ruckus involved.
Wow.
Sorry, man. Climate change. So no psyop, right?
Of course. Of course, dude. Why are you going on a golf course talking about climate change? What the fuck does somebody golfing have to do with that? How'd they get in there?
All right, let me play this video. Huh?
How'd they get in there?
Have you ever heard of an economy being taxed into prosperity?
All right, back on it. Back to my girl, the Crimson Cure.
Perspective. So I ran across this video with Lotto. You know, I guess she called herself one of these chicks that want to rap, and you know, she half rapping and half doing whatever. But in any case, she always twerking and whatever. But I want y'all to listen to what she had to say as the reason why she ended up getting her body done. So check it out.
I don't know. My body was salty. I gained a little weight because I signed my deal when I was 21, when I had just turned 21. And I was just having money and like living a whole new life, eating out. I know I'm a foodie, so now I have the funds to like feed this foodie. And everybody on the internet was calling me bad body and stuff. So I feel like that played a role. I started being a little insecure about my body, I guess. And yeah, people were saying I'm built weird, but like looking back, I mean not weird, but it was like, oh, you built like yo white jeans. That was just saying some dumb shit. And I was just young and impressionable. I don't know. My body.
And so I wanted to point this out because Lotto is still a young woman. And that's like before and after.
Yeah, I'm here. I'm listening.
And so basically she's saying that she was made to feel bad once she got into the industry, once she got more popular and people started seeing her and she was on the internet more. People was making fun of her body because basically, quote unquote, built white girl, you know, more petite than anything, more thin than anything. Not with this super huge butt and you know, the bad B, that's part of the bad B uniform. You know, I'm gonna start talking about that because it's more to it than just
Chak, the bad B uniform, brother. The bad B.
Yeah. Hey, I'm gonna put my own spin on. You know me, baby. I'm gonna put the bumblebee uniform.
Man, they be looking like
about that, Frank?
They be shaped like wasps and bumblebees. They be shaped like ants. Why they be shaped like that, man? That's how you know they got BBL. The front and the legs.
Oh man, is that where they got Aunt Your Mama from?
Yeah.
I said this shit cannot be real.
It looks funny. It don't look right. And the butt be too high too. It'd be too high. You know what I'm saying? And see, the thing is, they'll get the surgery. This is the thing. They'll get the surgery, and then they'll go work out and go to the gym. But shouldn't you go to the gym and not get the surgery? That's backwards, bro. That's just backwards.
Yeah, they got butt machines at the gym. I saw one today. There won't no girls working on the motherfucker though.
Interesting. Very interesting. Interesting.
Yeah, I know, right? Crazy shit.
Look, there's an entire persona that goes into it. But she was talking about how basically she was insecure and being in the spotlight a little bit didn't help because she was feeling like she wasn't looking good enough. She didn't fit the bad B.
Bad B
look, big old booty, you know, the done up bodies. She didn't fit that. She had her natural body. It was naturally petite. She didn't have a super big butt and all of that type of stuff. And when you are allowing social media to dictate what you think about yourself, you don't think about things like, well, if I want to change my body, let me take the time it takes to actually go into the gym because that's going to take time, right? Whether it takes a long time or a short time, it's not a shortcut.
Yep.
So therefore, if you want the shortcut, you might as well go under the knife, take the time for the recovery or what have you. And then you instantly have the bad B makeover. You instantly got the big booty. You instantly got, no stomach. You instantly got.
I'm looking at the comments. So you don't have a mind of your own. Man, all she needed to do was hit the gym. She could have got the same body, just take time. And so somebody said, I never get in surgery. I love the way God made me petite.
All of these things. And so now, boom, you got the look. Now all you need is your lace front melted, your eyelashes, your nails, and you need to twerk all day. And boom, there you are, you're a bad B.
Oh, shit.
And I'm glad that she said what she said about being insecure. And she said it now that I look back, my body was T. That's slang for she was looking good in retrospect. She wasn't looking bad. And I bet you it was probably more women than men talking about her in them comments that she's referring to. Probably trying to let her know she wasn't looking good. Sometimes they do that out of jealousy.
Hold it real quick. Damn, let me say something real quick. Damn, shit. That's the key. It was more women talking about her than men. But see, that's the thing, though. See, they hate on each other, right? They give each other the worst of bad advice, sabotage each other, right? They do all that, you know what I'm saying? They don't want to see each other win, right? Misery loves company with a lot of them. But see, the thing is, how come she didn't have I know her mom and I think her mom and dad still together. Her mom or nobody can give her advice. I don't understand. They could have let her know, I don't understand. I don't get it. I don't get it. I don't understand that. You know what I'm saying? Somebody should have been in her ear and told her, nah, don't do that. Just go to the gym. Like she said, it takes time. But damn, man. Females I don't want to hear nothing, man, about see, it's funny because the females want to get at us when it comes down to being what they say, being what's the word? Colorist or fat shaming. But they do the same. So when they do it to each other, is it called being colorist and being fat shaming when they say it to each other? I'm just confused, bro. I don't know.
That's a crazy shit.
Like you really willing to die and do some plastic surgery just because what some motherfuckers think about you, not what they said about you, but what their opinion is about you. Very interesting.
You said very interesting, huh?
Nope.
So let's keep on going interesting because Chak sent me something yesterday. Hey Chak, what do you think about this bad B uniform, man? What do you think about the bad B uniform, brother?
Man. Hey, they wear them. They wear that motherfucker proudly, don't they? Huh?
Yeah, hey man.
Between that, see, they can wear the bad B uniform all year round, and the only thing that's stopping them to beating that is Halloween. You know what uniform they wear during Halloween time.
Mm.
Well, let me play another one of them bad bees right quick. You know them bad bees.
Bad bees. That's
This
fine.
guy threw me out here, man.
Bad bee.
Yeah, a bad bee named Ebony K. Williams.
And you remember when they used to get mad when we called them a bee? Now they call each other that. Damn, interesting.
Yeah, it's crazy because we had a little skirmish this past Friday because of that B word.
Were you talking about on the show? Or?
Yeah.
Skirmish.
Skirmish. It was a skirmish. It wasn't that. It was a skirmish, man.
Yeah, man.
Wanted to donate, and this was important. Willingness to be contacted when my child turns 18.
Mm-hmm.
So when my daughter's 18 years old, if she would like to find out her paternal identity, as I wanted to do when I was 38, she doesn't even have to wait that long and go through all that rigmarole that I had to do. Hire a geneticist, hire a detective. Here is his last known address, and he is anticipating your contact.
Yep.
Childhood photos, adult photos, keepsake, essays from him, from the nursing staff, first impression, what he does for a living, his educational background, his SAT. I mean, it's just a litany. So for me, it felt like a much safer choice.
Yeah.
It felt like a more legally astute choice. It gives me much less exposure, risk and exposure. My donor, I've heard his voice. I have an MP3 file of him telling his own life story.
Let me tell you something, man. This woman got IVF, and she never met the guy. She got an MP3 file at him, and she telling him basically, "Hey, man, this shit crazy as hell, man." But look, check this out, man. This is what happened, man. She got an MP3 file of him, and the man basically is, her daughter will know who her father is 18 if she want to know who her father is. Very crazy, right? So I said, you know what? I don't get into the rat race too much to pay attention to the clown shows like Ebony K. Williams, right? I told Chak last night, let me look up Miss Ebony K. Williams. So I'm looking at Miss Ebony K. Williams. Guess what I couldn't find out, Frank?
What is that? What was that?
It tell you her mama is, but it don't tell you. It just tell you that she was raised by a single mother who was a cosmetologist, an entrepreneur, and a bus driver. She received her bachelor's degree of arts in communication and African American studies from the University of Hill, North Carolina, and her Juris Doctor from Loyola University, Chicago, New Orleans College of Law. She's a law student. Now, this is my thing. She said she didn't want to date a bus driver. Her mother was a bus driver. That was kind of crazy. And that woman from New Orleans. I'm like, man, this is some wild shit, man. Oh, shit. But, yeah, she said she had sperm on her, man.
Dude, why the hell would you do that, man?
She said she didn't know who her daddy was until she was 38. I didn't even people in the lab, man.
But see, you know what it is? They're making it to where even the elders are nothing to look up to. Even they're ratchet. You know what I'm saying? They're like, you know what I mean? Like, why would you do that? You know what I'm saying? An older woman, you know what I mean? She probably, you know what I mean? Old enough to be somebody's grandma. Why would you do that? Why would you do something weird like that? You know what I'm saying? Like, but see, like Chak said the other day, or y'all was saying the other day, they're doing that and trying to show they want to be single, have a baby, and actually be single. They want to bred a single mother, like create a single, themselves being a single mother. I think that shit is weird, bro.
That's what they want, man. Hey,
You
man,
should,
what can you do?
but no, you should have played that clip with the guy with the high value with the. You can pull that one up. I mean, because these are all social things that we're going through, man. Social conversation constructs that we all experiencing, man. You know what I'm saying? And I use them as teachable moments, dog. You know what I mean?
The word high value.
You know.
But see, look, man. They're making it to where these females, they're messing up these females' heads even more and more. Look, there's a lot of conversation on social media and the internet talking about how dudes are staying single, man. You know what I'm saying? You seen that on females' platform, men's platform, you know, and that's straight up. So the thing is, we're not the problem, y'all the problem. You know what I'm saying? You know, you got something called divestors to where you really saying that you're gonna divest from black men, which is very strange. You know what I'm saying? Really weird, right? You got it to y'all made a motherfucking book to where you said how to get out of white dude. How do you know what I'm saying? A book on it. Like this dude is some kind of higher being or something. You know what I'm saying? Like he's some sort of kind of celestial power. I knew Shaq was gonna laugh. But look, so you know what I'm saying? I don't know, man. That don't sound like a life part. That don't sound like, you know what I'm saying, somebody that, you know, that's really trying to be one with us and stuff. It sounds like somebody that's trying to separate. You know what I mean? And they want to be envious of these other races, their relationships and how they coexist with their partners, but it's not the same. You know, don't compare and contrast. You know what I'm saying? And it's
Right.
about race too, but it's also about your damn upbringing. And a lot of y'all females has a fucked up upbringing. Let's be honest. You know what I'm saying? Y'all don't know how to cope. You know what I mean? Y'all don't know what a damn good man is or what a good man isn't. You see what I'm saying?
But you know, if they just do a little bit of research and look around themselves, Frank, a lot of these other racial groups, man, like even the ones that we think that's got a lot of money or wealthy, they go through domestic violence and you know, betrayal and dishonesty and, you know, distrust and all this stuff too, man. You know, I'm living around what you would be considered as, you know, immigrants or illegal immigrants or Hispanics or Mexicans, and yeah, they get it. They vibe as a family like we do, but they get in fight. Boy, I be hearing it, man. Dude be drunk after work, man, and they be screaming and howling on each other, and you know, domestic violence is you know, I ain't saying it's a good thing. I'm just saying we are more similar than none, and I think some of our people, women, female, whatever, they think some of these other races, the so-called white race, and these other races are doing so much better, and they're not. I think it's a I won't say it's an American thing. Hey, some when people get here to this country, man, they I don't know.
They flip the
I don't know.
switch. Now, Shaq, I'm getting to something in Texas that happened today. I told you they were gonna do it for Roe versus Wade. I want to show you something right quick since you in
Yeah.
Texas. I mean, you know, you down there. Watch this.
In a pretty bad place in Texas.
The day Lauren Miller learned she was pregnant, she started a journal.
I didn't know it was twins yet.
But at 12 weeks, she learned that one of the twins she was carrying had trisomy 18, a rare chromosomal condition making survival highly unlikely.
You never think that your pregnancy journal is just going to turn into a horror novel.
Because her fetus still had a heartbeat, she couldn't get an abortion under the law in Texas, and she's not alone.
How many of you were told you could not receive an abortion because the baby still had a heartbeat? All of you.
Texas, like more than a dozen other states, moved swiftly to cut off abortion access after the U.S. Supreme Court overturned Roe v. Wade 2 years ago today in the Dobbs decision. The High Court saying then that it was returning the issue of abortion to the people's elected representatives. But what's happened in states since Dobbs? Now a fierce fight heading into November.
Getting it back to the states puts the question where it belongs, with the vote of the people.
Former President Trump taking full credit for getting Roe overturned, but more recently also saying he believes in exceptions in cases of rape, incest, and to save a mother's life.
Did it switch up?
You have to go with your heart, but you have to also remember you have to get elected.
Rallies across the country today.
Oh, wait, stop. He just said it. You have to get a. He just basically told you he's switching up for political gain, right? Didn't he just say that?
He said rape incest, yeah.
Damn, dude, he said you got to get elected. That was deep, man. He just told you what he, you know what I'm saying? I mean, you can't. I mean, you kind of can't. You gotta respect that. Like, you know what I mean? Sneaky, honestly, like, you know, you gotta get away. But see, he basically he's doing. See, now that's getting some of these females. That right there is gonna get some of these female votes. These new, maybe ones that are swayed, and you know what I'm saying, and staggering, and from the Democrat Party. You know what I'm saying? And go and he's gonna get some of them. That's what that is.
Well, the main point is today is the anniversary of Roe versus Wade, and I told you they were gonna run some type of game to remember this shit.
Today, as the Biden campaign tries to draw a direct line from Mr. Trump to Dobbs. Women denied abortions, releasing ads focused on their stories, and making it a central focus of the re-election campaign. The vice president addressing a crowd today.
In the case of the stealing of reproductive freedom from the women of America, Donald Trump is guilty.
Recent data over the last 2 years showing more women forced to travel for care since Dobbs. Women like Jessica Bernardo, one of a group of women who filed a lawsuit against the state last year with the help of the Center for Reproductive Rights, alleging they were denied abortions in Texas. 5 of them sat down exclusively with Nightly News.
I didn't want to wait for having a seizure or heart or renal failure. There's no coming out back from that. It was just infuriating.
We're not here sounding an alarm about hypothetical scenarios. We're sounding the alarm about what is already happening and what has happened to us.
But not everyone has.
We're pausing for a second. So she holding the baby. So I'm confused. So is that the baby that she had that she was gonna kill? I'm confused. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? She got it in her hand and she act like you sue. Okay, so you had the baby and what you're suing. So I guess you satisfied enough to have the baby. You know what I'm saying? But then you dissatisfy the fact that you had to have the baby, and you want to sue for millions of dollars. But see, everybody calls men out. Everybody calls men out for everything, but they don't want to call women out for things like this. This is sick. You know what I'm saying? It's all the Holocaust. People are killed and died and all this, but you're killing babies, dude. This is not a Holocaust. How many millions of babies have been aborted since 1993? And that's just 1993. From now. That's not a Holocaust. Millions of people. And then just so-called black women alone got a good amount. So what makes you think overall?
I know one that had 6. But
damn, remember Felicia Lockhart said she knew somebody that had 14, bro. 14. You serious?
That's a lot. That's a lot.
We don't take stuff seriously.
That's a lot.
We take the bullshit seriously, and the shit that we supposed to take seriously, we don't take seriously.
Here we go.
Been able to travel. Samantha Cassiano learned at her 20-week scan that her baby had anencephaly and would not survive, but could not afford to leave Texas for an abortion.
It was hard and traumatizing.
Her baby living only 4 hours after birth.
Knowing that your child is going to die and planning your child's funeral before your child's even here is insane.
Amanda Zarowski had the resources to travel, but says she became too sick too fast to leave Texas in time.
I didn't even have that option because my doctors told me you better not be more than 15 minutes away from a hospital. I have to use a surrogate now because of what happened to me. The damage to my reproductive organs is permanent.
The group recently lost their lawsuit to clarify who qualifies for a medical exemption under Texas's abortion ban, and now fear what's still to come.
How many of you are worried that someone is going to die from these laws?
If they haven't already.
Has anybody died yet?
Laura, any day now, the Supreme Court is expected to rule on another major abortion case.
Yes, Lester, that's right. It's a dispute about whether hospitals that receive federal funding must perform abortions in medical emergencies, even in states where abortion is banned right now. And a decision in that case is expected by the end of this week or early next, Lester.
All right, Laura Jarrett, thank you.
Oh, that's right. I did read that earlier. Yeah, they're going to make a decision on abortion again by the end of this week. Pay attention.
See what I said though? If nobody died from it, why are they making a big deal out of it? These motherfuckers be, dude, what the man? Let's see, we got Love and Hip Hop that still comes on. if I'm not mistaken. You know what I'm saying? You got Real Housewives of Atlanta, so we good. We straight. We got reality TV. We good. But see, I think the reality TV, the reality TV is to make us think that's the reality, and to make you think your reality is not reality. That makes sense. That's
Bingo, Meta.
Metaverse, right?
Meta. Hey, look. Now watch this. Not to cut you, Frank. Apple, right? Apple, they going through some stuff right now. But how about they was behind in this Meta technology, whatever AI and Meta technology? So how about they're going to use in dubs and use Meta's AI technology instead of them developing their own? What kind of lazy cockamamie is that? They behind. They don't. And you people still messing with Apple, bro? Apple ain't. Let me stop. These people all, man, they all are fraud. You know. Let me stop. Cause I can go.
Well, here you go. Here you go, Frank.
So
right here, the Dallas ship is leaving Baltimore.
Why is it? Why is it still sailing though?
It's leaving Baltimore 3 months after the bridge collapsed. So it's leaving Baltimore. There you go. Look at the ship.
Why is it still sailing though? Why is it not docked somewhere?
Oh yeah, did you hear about the black box? Did you hear about the black box, yo? I don't know if it's true. I just seen the clips somebody talking about.
Wow, bro.
What you? Hold on. They found the black box with the 2 minutes. 2 minutes. 2 minutes before the alleged, the alleged collision with the bridge.
Thing happened. They didn't. It went out. It went out. Yes.
Yeah. They don't have 2 minutes. 2 minutes of the video. I mean, 2 minutes of the footage or whatever. And just so happenly.
Yeah, they don't.
They do.
It went out. It went out.
If they drop the anchor to the left, they say if they drop the anchor off the left, then how the heck did it drift to the right then, bro? If that's true or not, I don't know. If that's all, suspicious.
Yeah. Hey, man.
Sounds super suspicious.
All right, look.
Man, these people.
All right, Frank, back to the clown show. Here go your girl. Somebody was talking about it today. Everybody who cares. Don't promote this stuff. There you go, your girl. She losing media views on social media, but they say that she's having a Y2K world tour. Ice Spice.
Because they brought the other one. Who's the other one? Sexy Red. That's why.
She's performing in other countries.
These bros be replacing each other quick. You feel me?
There she go. Ice Spice. Look.
Welcome to Lola Lee Tea Podcast. Hey everyone, how you guys doing? Welcome to my channel. So Ice Spice, who some say is an industry plant, allegedly, was on Instagram Live for a hot minute with some important news about her music and tour date. She wants the Munchkins to save their coin. I didn't know her fans would call them Munchkins. That's new. Anyway, listen to what she had to say.
Hey, Chak, you got the bad B uniform on.
The bad B, the weed, or the weed.
Let me wait till a couple more people get in here because I have important news. Calling all Munchkins to the front, all bad bitches to the front, all hating bitches to the back. Okay, July 26th, we dropping Y2K. Hi, Edgar. Y2K, July 26th. Y2K World Tour this summer. Pre-sale tomorrow. She gonna be like this on tour.
Hey, what the fuck?
That's how we about to be on tour. So I need all the bad bitches to pop out on
Man,
stage
it's
before
cheap. She should
tomorrow.
have just
Go
kept
drop
it.
that.
All right, you
Just
guys
kept it
heard
natural,
what
man.
Ice Spice had to say. So let's read some comments. This person said
Should have
that's
kept it natural.
literally what the tour gonna look like. She did her only move. And then this person responded back and said, for real, like, damn, do a backflip or something. Like, that's her only move. I think that's what she's trying to say here. This person says all she does is shake that blank. Like, can she do something else? Like, that's her only move. All right. And I got to admit, that is kind of true. That's what Ice Spice is sort of known for. She's known for twerking when she doesn't know what else to do. So what are your thoughts on Ice Spice's announcement? Definitely let me know.
Well, let me say something about Ice Spice. I told Miss Dawson that Ice Spice was in the industry when she was, you know, a couple years ago. I went to New York and Ice Spice was talking to town, right? And they said how pretty she was and blah blah blah. I said, you know, not really, but it's okay, whatever. But I did say that, you know, well, at least she got a natural fro. No, I told this Dawson, when she get more ingrained in the game, she gonna get rid of that flow. They're gonna be having her with the lace front wigs and everything. Well, what do you know? Ice Spice is now got the bad B uniform on, Chak.
The bad B. That shit burnt out, man. And these females is too. But you know what? But this is for the little girl. This to indoctrinate the little kids, though. That's sad. That's the sad part about it. You know what I mean?
Let me tell you something, yo. Yesterday I was at the park, yo. And the young girls out there, guys too, they look like they came from a family picnic. And I was sitting out there in the lawn chair. And I heard Megan Thee Stallion and Glorilla playing, right? And them young girls twerking. I'm like, I know I ain't that old looking, but damn, I know they gotta think it is a guy out here that's a little bit you know, older than these guys out here playing. Man, they're twerking inside out there, they didn't care. Then they went and braided one of the guys' hair and the other one started sitting in the lap with them, right? But I guess one older guy came down there and truck and they told him, I love you. I guess it was a daddy or uncle or something like that. Them young girls twerking out there slapping each other's ass. They did not give a fuck about me. I just letting you know. Like, this is some crazy shit. This shit normal, man.
It is normal.
Hey, we kind of got a win here in Texas a little bit too with that Title IX, bro. Did you talk about that?
You said what? Say what again?
I said we kind of got a win with that Title IX here in Texas.
Yeah, I mean, but we know you get the win. You talking about the thing with the transgender playing in sports and shit?
Yeah, we're actually had that in the gender, the gender identity stuff.
Yeah, let me. No, Green, I ain't like it, man. I thought it was kind of bullcrap, man. I just
burnt out, baby.
said, damn, they don't give a fuck about me, man. They said shit. But that is how you can we had a brush fire around here today on Route 5 and over the Burnham of around the brush fires shut down streets in the area. I was just waiting the other day. So yeah, I don't know what the hell happened. I gotta call somebody in a while to find out anything, or maybe somebody tell me something. But around a brush fire shut down several streets. This ain't number 15, 20 minutes for me. So I was kind of this like, damn, this is kind of close. Bro. Like, oh, what the fuck is up, right? But yep, we had a brush fire shut down some streets around here. Closing dozens of underperforming restaurants. So if you like Hooters, you know, they closing some restaurants up, right?
Are they closing Hooters up? Damn. Oh yeah.
Damn.
A lot of shit is
some restaurant underperforming location.
Anybody, it's all by design.
Biden has hired a transgender. Biden has hired another transgender in his cabinet. Let's see here. Bird flu is infecting cats and dogs. Right.
Damn.
Okay. Trying to find. Oh, here it is. Where the damn shit at? I posted this shit this morning. Oh, I got it. Yeah, Shaq. I showed you that thing about them climate change activists storming that golf course too.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Climate change activists.
Maybe I didn't post it.
What do they look like? What's
Yeah, they say you can't.
Hey, what uniforms they wear, Frank?
They won't wear no. They just jumped out on the green and started getting tackled by police and shit. But I mean, hey man, it's like this, man. Like the day in Richmond, like I told you this morning. They said they had to shut down traffic for a damn hour or something. Lady jumped off the bridge into traffic moving and died. Right?
Damn.
That's what they said. Yeah, that's what they said. No golf on a dead planet. Them motherfuckers, they actually were having a live golf tournament and protesters jumped on the green, man. This shit was crazy. I don't know, Shaq. Look like they on the move with us again, brother. You know, hey man. You know, Shaq, I thought about this thing, man. The way these motherfuckers be clowning, man.
Mm-hmm.
I said, man, people better be careful, man. We about to run into some wild shit, man.
Why you say that?
Cause you don't know where one of these dumbass protests could start at. Shoot.
Good point,
man. With the influx in these with the influx with these immigrants, man, you don't, like I said, man, you don't know who coming in and what's their agenda, bro. You know what I mean? On top of the ones that's already, the silly ones that's already here, that's getting, paid to, be disruptors.
All right, look here, man. I'm gonna play two more.
I blame the Congressional Black Caucus
right here.
for that.
Black Caucus?
Yeah, I blame people like that, man. For Karen Bass, people like that.
Watch this.
Doing all that for them and nothing for us and shit,
Man.
Here you go.
Police released new video showing the arrest of a Douglas County judge. It shows probate judge Christina Peterson's encounter with police before, during, and after she was arrested and booked into the Fulton County Jail.
Ma'am,
Take me where you want to take me.
I can't take
No,
you. I don't
take
have any
me.
identification.
And I don't care. You don't need identification. You have locked people up and you have picked up dead bodies when you don't know who bodies it was, but you picked them up. Take me where you need to take me.
That's Peterson you saw in the back of the squad car. There she is again engaging with police before she's rushed to the ground and placed in handcuffs. The night this happened, an Atlanta police officer was working a security detail at the Red Martini Lounge in Buckhead. Police say the officer overheard some commotion, stepped in to de-escalate it, and that's when Peterson physically got involved with police. Police also showed video of what happened when they got her out of the squad car.
Stop touching. I got it. I can walk on my own. Don't touch me. Don't touch me. Don't touch me. I got it. I can walk on my own. Don't touch me.
Peterson
was
is now being
intoxicated
charged with
or
simple
something?
battery against a police officer and felony willful obstruction of law enforcement by use of threats of violence. The judge.
She was in the Red Martini Lounge. They were actually, the word is that the police tried to arrest another woman. She told them to leave that woman alone, and she started fighting with police or something like that.
Wow.
But it was at the Red Martini Lounge.
And you're a judge doing that too.
I've been there, and I think I know where it's at. Yeah.
The Red Martini Lounge?
This is a judge doing this. This is crazy shit, man. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's a judge doing this.
How come, like, not trying to be funny and nothing. Look, I love our women and everything, I ain't trying to rag or nothing, but how come, like, what I'm saying, no matter what titles, what kind of education they got, what kind of degree, and what kind of, job or career they got, they still like the ratchet is just still ratchet. It's just still the same kind of behavior, dude. Like, how come it's still, you know what I'm saying? Like, not trying to be funny or nothing, but it's like there's no professionalism at all. There's no respect. There's just no dignity, no class. You see what I'm saying? That's crazy, man.
Yeah, I mean, hey.
Is it just me or
well, look, I'm gonna do this. Anybody want to call in? Let's see. Oh, here it is. I can't find damn thing. Oh.
That's strange though. So hold on. So she got into it with them.
Well, they were coming.
So she went into one initially that they was right, and she interfered with them.
No, she got into it with them. Matter of fact, she said
she interfered with them.
Too. Yeah.
Oh yeah, she wild.
She gonna call Fannie Willis too. Fannie Willis is gonna investigate the kid.
She wild.
But I saw that wig come on, that wig cap on the ground though. 571-450-0773. But yeah, this happened. She was at the.
But why put yourself in that? Why put yourself in that predicament, though?
Especially being a judge, though. Why would you? I don't. You know what I'm saying?
She a judge. She probably.
Why put yourself in that predicament? Well, you got to get arrested by the police or whatever. They got to, you know what I mean? Like,
wow.
Because I'm pretty sure she a judge. Don't she supposed to have a Don't she supposed to have like a deputy that's like a bailiff or deputy or something that accompany her?
I don't know what the hell she got going on. Man, this is why this story.
How does that work down in?
How does that work?
Yeah, don't she supposed to have like a deputy or something with her or something, Frank? I don't know, man. I don't know. Maybe not. Maybe that's only on duty, I guess.
Let me pull this up. This is a sad story. Pay attention to the kids, Chak. Pay attention.
18-year-old Sienna Stewart's mother tells us her daughter showed incredible strength and perseverance at that ceremony in May. Fox 5's Eric Mock joins us from the high school and has her story.
The graduation ceremony here at Hiram High School on May 23rd came to an abrupt halt when 18-year-old Sienna Stewart fell unconscious. But her mother tells me that even a failing heart couldn't keep her daughter down.
She's still smiling.
Savon Chum watches the video with me of her daughter, 18-year-old Sienna Stewart, walking at graduation.
So seeing her smile was everything.
Her daughter smiled big despite the terrifying ordeal she had just gone through.
Give us just a second. Give us just a second, please.
Sienna collapsed just before the ceremony started. In the high school's video, you can hear them calling for her mother.
Miss Savion Chum, will you please make your way to the field?
When I got there, the ambulance is already there. She collapsed. She had an episode. This was the first time she collapsed unconscious.
Thankfully, after a few minutes, her daughter regained consciousness. Chum and the paramedics wanted to take her to the hospital, but through tears, Sienna begged her mother to let her walk across the stage.
All she could tell me is, I just want to graduate. I want to walk. She already missed her prom because before then she was in the hospital.
Chum says her daughter was diagnosed with severe cardiomyopathy at age 4. Luckily, she was able to get a heart transplant when she was 8, which allowed her to live an almost normal life for 10 years. But then in April of this year,
they diagnosed her with heart failure. Her transplanted heart is getting sick.
Yeah.
It's getting weak. It's slowing down.
Which caused her collapse. But Sienna was determined to get the diploma she had worked so hard for.
Sienna Lee Stewart.
It was a scary moment too at graduation, but she was a tough. Ever since she was little, she was just so tough. She's just strong, like the strength, resilient is. She's just so strong.
But just 2 later, she collapsed again.
Were they just holding their daughter, and their child? And you have to do that 911 call not knowing if your daughter's gonna wake up or not,
This is her in the hospital after that episode. She seemed to recover, but just a few days later on June 12th, she passed away.
She's been have a sick heart for a while. I say yes, but you're never going to be ready for to lose your child, you know.
Chum says in spite of her heart literally shutting down, Sienna showed everyone how strong she was.
As a mom, you feel so proud because she just fought through something that you know it hurts her. You have to be proud. Like, until the end, I was proud.
And the family will be holding.
Sad reality of the situation, brother. That's how it goes. But just something that just came across me. I just had to tell y'all about that. So very interesting. Very
Damn,
bad
so
situation.
they can give her another heart transplant or what?
You know, she died, man. Bad. But nevertheless, that's the way the ball bounces.
And then this question, I would ask the question: did she get the jab? The reason why
I'm pretty much probably did.
And that probably weakened that heart, made that, because how rare is that? I don't know. I never had a heart transplant, so I wouldn't.
Yeah, but
that's
I mean, it's crazy. Now, I'm gonna say this, So I just want to point this out. So I say we cover a minute. So next time, come on, we gotta cover some more health topics, more so in the couple areas. But I just wanted to pull it out tonight. That was one to wrap it out the head. So people just need to be aware. It's gonna be hot. Hydrate, and don't be doing no crazy stuff. It's too hot to be fighting with people right now. Keep your damn shit on check right now, people. Don't get in no argument with the immigrants right now. You don't know what's going on. You don't know if they're running a psyop or what. And most psyops is coming, by the way. So it's election season. They're gonna be talking about Project 2025. Debate is on Thursday. So I'm gonna have to cover that Project 25. Maybe I may cover it maybe later in the week or maybe tomorrow. I don't know. But yeah, Frank, shout out your information.
Yo, man. You know what I mean? Good show, good topics, man. You can hit me up at XX Frank Nitty XX on YouTube. And also XX Frank Nitty XX on Instagram, and then Frank Jones 8115 on Instagram, all right? Got to tap in.
All right, Chak, shout out your information.
Follow me, you know what I mean?
Yeah, man. Is it? Yeah, you can chop it up with me there, Instagram, Chak Edwards, on Facebook.
All right. Well, that being said, I just want everybody to take the time, have a good night, pay attention to some of the health topics. We're going to come back and do another part 2 on that with other things included. So everybody take your time, have a good night, just relax and watch the heat. All right now.
All right.
All right. Yeah.